of our biggest impediment, I've told you, I've spent energy fighting internal saboteurs, fighting infiltrators who are, wolves masked in hiding in sheep's skin. That has taken more of my energy than actually fighting Ruto. If I was fighting Ruto without dealing with the infiltrators and the traitors, we could have finished this shit in June 2024. But now every other time there's somebody who just pops out of nowhere. And if you ever see people who are propped up, somehow they just start trending and everything. Because you know this cycle. You saw it with Morara Kebaso. You saw it with Kasmuel Kaskazini Makoure. You saw those juvenile delinquents, how their meteoric rise to your living rooms every morning. You think it was by coincidence? You think it was not by design? The media is controlled by the government. We have no democracy in Kenya. Kenya is a one-party state. Everything else you see is a semblance of democracy. It's glorified democracy, and that's why they are not able to build roads. That's how they are not able to fix your infrastructure. That's how they are not able to pay your school fees for free education, to pay your capitation for school, to pay for help for university students. Why? Because the money that should be going to development is going to keep this semblance of democracy standing. So they have captured, let me tell you, and it all costs money. You think about it, it costs a lot of money. They have captured the media. These are the tenets of democracy. First of all, we look at the arms of the government. They have captured the legislature. We just have MPs who go to be bribed in the toilet to pass fraudulent bills. We come to the judiciary. It is captured. It is captured. You only need to look at my case. You see what the ODPP and the judiciary and the magistrates who are there, who are doing, slapping me with heavy fines just because of tweeting. Slapping me with extortion. The first thing we should do is the magistrates who oversaw my case, they should be transferred before disciplinary actions. The ODPP is transferred, all the constitutional bodies, all of them are captured. The director of public prosecution is the one who is bribed together with the DCI so that they can launch these phantom cases. And worst case scenario, the NIS, which is supposed to be also an independent fit, they are also paid so that they can conduct these extrajudicial killings, these abductions. So we have just a semblance of democracy. Let's go to the civil society. All of them are corrupted. All of them are bought. Civil society, who was the champion of civil society, is Boniface Mwangi, a bought bastard. Who are these other guys who have come out of nowhere? Kop Shakur, a thug. Hanifa, another thug. Can media ever ask yourself how these media houses are still standing? Why they still have their employees while they are posting losses? How is it possible? What magic is being done over there? It is the money that is supposed to fill the roads that is going there, because now propaganda has become the hassle. They need to keep you distracted from asking the questions that we are raising every day. And so it is incumbent upon you to not be distracted, to not give these people your eyeballs, your attention, your interactions, your engagements on their social media posts, because we have our program, we have a schedule, and our schedule right now is what? Occupy Jesus Winner. This is a program of events. You're going, you occupy, you're supposed to be there from as early as 7 a.m. There are so many routes to get into that place. Once you encounter police roadblocks, go to my TL right now, go to my timeline. I've already posted a tweet done by somebody else on how to make Molotov cocktails. The police were only doing what they were doing last year because you had been subdued. You had been subdued into, you were told, Beba, Simu, Margin, a flag. What rubbish is that? This is a war. You're going to fight an oppressor. You're going to fight an aggressor. Somebody who is ready to shoot you. You saw what happened to Shauri Moyo the other day. They got a kid who was just leaving the mosque. The mom makes chips just down there in the streets. Down there in the streets, the kid has gone to told the mom, yo, just give me a few minutes. Let me go to the mosque and then I'll come back. What happens? He finds a police. The police is trying to extort him money. The guy says he doesn't have money. You are shot dead. Is this the life that you want your children to live in, dear mothers? That's not our future. We shall not be condemned to such lunacy because of Keganjo D-minus idiots have been weaponized, have been pushed by the government who only see us as cannon fodder in the war of attrition. They only look at us from the context of we are their subjects and they are our rulers. Who rules who? Motherfucker, Ruto, you are not our ruler. You're in office illegally. The only thing which is keeping this government in a semblance of power is the media. They're the ones who run their garbage. It is the blogs. It is bloggers like Cornelius Korir. Cornelius Korir, I keep telling him, stop shoving down extinct politicians down our throats. Stop posting garbage by mainstream politicians. You'll never see these people jumping onto our hashtags. We have 3 hashtags right now. We have Occupy Jesus Winner, we have Occupy State House, and then we have Ruto Must Go. You'll never see them. If you see any bigwig who is not posting those hashtags, that bigwig is on the payroll of the government, however much they masquerade as their opposition. And I've seen with these bigwigs who are, I told you, the ones who are hiding the wolves in sheepskin, they do pro-people posts. They can do 5, and then they do it in intervals. 5 and then 3. It's like Rogers Kimpembe. Rogers Kimpembe, his Twitter handle now is just for praising politicians. You go there, Murkomen, he must have been given a tender or something. So they do it in cycles. So they do 5 pro people and then 3 pro government. So to hoodwink you, it's like Sifuna. Sifuna goes on TV and says, no, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, he doesn't have the balls to walk out of an abusive relationship with his party because he's one of them. We need men of morals and conviction, men who can stand by them, men who can defend them, not men who are conveniently invoking or feigning ignorance or feigning inability to confront the very challenges that they claim. That they claim to stand for. It's not me who told Edwin Sifuna to go on Citizen TV and say that this rubbish does not work. It's not me. He's the one who went there voluntarily. Did he have a gun to his head? No. They go there, they come, they wax lyrical, they start telling you, oh, you know, me, Ruto cannot win even if he gets with Raila. They are all one thing. Until you put that in your head, you will keep on. We are going to be condemned to repeat the same mistakes that our parents and grandparents have repeated. We were talking about we have an abusive relationship as Kenyans with the church. Because all our problems have been zeroed in, all our problems have been reduced to spirituality, even when spirituality is not the case. Anytime we are talking about, I have a problem, I am sick, I need to go to education, I don't have money for food, I don't have money, you go and meet this cannibalistic pastor who fast because they have monetized our misery, they have monetized our oppression. The first thing they tell you is, no, Pandambegu, no, you need to fast. No, you need to tithe. No, you need to come to church. No, you need to come for midweek kesha. You need to come for lunchtime service. Everything of ours has been reduced to spirituality, even when spirituality is not the matter. When we are looking for spiritual nourishment, it normally stems from emotional and psychological issues. But now we are dealing with matters of life and death. We are dealing with hospitals. We are dealing with food. We are dealing with education. We are dealing with infrastructure. It reminds me when Kibaki, there was such a one disaster. And instead of fixing that road, they had prayers over there. They had prayers for a problem which has been created by poor, bad engineering, by bad, corrupt engineers of Kenya National Highways Authority, Kenya Urban Roads Authority, Kenya Rural Roads Authority. If that road was dual carriage, there would not be any accidents. at that stretch, Salga stretch, but they create problems, and then every time they invoke spirituality to shield themselves from reprimand. And that's the toxic and abusive relationship that we have been having with our churches. And so the Occupy Jesus winner is not, we are not just going because of these 120 million that Ruto gave the other day. While it is the catalyst, we are now sending a message to the church that it is not going to be business as usual. There is no way you can be there laundering the image, laundering the proceeds of crime of the politicians, and you expect us to clap for you. Jesus winner. You even had your congregation, you had staged them to celebrate and ululate William Ruto's donation. What are you trying to show us? What content do you have for us? Who the fuck do you think you are? Do you think we feed at your table? Pastor Edward Mwai, do you think that I eat at your home? For you to even have the confidence of staging people to celebrate people. Yeah. Are you crazy? And then you are sending people to troll us, to tell us that, oh, God, I'm a man of God. What godliness did you see there on Sunday? Why do you need GSU officers in a police motorcade chasing you around? This is the abusive relationship that we have had with churches. They have reduced, they have monetized our oppression, and they have become wealthy beyond measure. And even that wealth is still not enough. They still want to chase government handouts. They still want to chase the bag. Now we are saying, our occupation of Jesus Winner Ministry is a statement to the churches that we have had it enough with your fraternization, with your dalliance with these corrupt regimes. It didn't start now. It started even during the Mwai era, during the Kenyatta era, that the church is seen as the fourth arm of the government. We are saying there is no way you should be receiving tithes from your congregation and you're still receiving bribes from government officials, from corrupt government officials. We have told you severally to stop platforming politicians on your pulpits. We have said it. We have given you an advance warning. Have you heard? No. Jesus Winner, it was your chance now to, everyone is always pushing the boundary. You always want to see what will happen. It's like when you are, most of you who are in relationships, who are partners or marriages or wives, or a husband, when they think they have the upper power, when they think they are the ones who run the show, then they keep on pushing. So if somebody is cheating, if they are coming late, leo akikuja saa 4, kesho anakuja saa 5. The other week anakuja saa 6. The other week hata akuji and disappear. Everyone who thinks that they have a head start, everyone who thinks or who believes that they exact power, illegitimate power, because power is consensual. We have given power to the politicians for such a limited amount of time, and we can take it back as and when we deem fit. So if we say we are not waiting for 2027 and on Sunday we are occupying State House, that's exactly what the fuck we are going to do. And so the religious leaders, we said, and you agreed that you're not going to platform, you're not going to give up, you're not going to have all these corrupt politicians coming there to money. Some have complied. Congratulations to that Catholic church I saw in, was it Nanyuki, where they rejected 80,000 from Mwangi Kyojore. I know it's painful, but painful decisions must be made. When you want to do something, you have to sacrifice. If you want that job and you're going to school, you have to sacrifice your time. So you won't be doing alcohol and watching EPL, you'll be reading. Everything comes with a sacrifice. And sacrifice is not easy, it's not sweet, it's painful. The church, I know you want the money because most of you are greedy bastards. The church elders, all of you are thugs. You want the money. But I told you again and again, even the businessmen of Nyamakema and Nairobi CBD who are saying that maandamano inaharibu biashara. Nao ni maandamano imeharibu sha. Chati haifanyi kazi. Ni maandamano imeharibu sha ati sha haifanyi kazi. I need an answer from you idiots. You idiots who run your businesses in Gikomba, in Nairobi CBD, nataka muniambie, ni maandamano imefanya sha isifanya kazi? Ni maandamano imefanya madaktari wasilipwe? You see, I told you, your economic well-being, your prosperity will not come at the expense of my freedom and my rights and my own. We are either suffering together or we are rising together. You get that in your thick heads. Get that in your thick fucking heads. There's no day you will find people picketing. You will find people protesting. And then useme ati wanakuharibia biashara. Kwani who are your customers? Sini sisi. And then unakuja unasema ati tunakuharibia biashara. Your entitlement to other people's money. That's the biggest problem. You as a businessman, you as a church. Like now the businessman of Nairobi CBD, you hired even watchmen, fools with rungus, to fight protesters instead of shutting down and joining. How stupid are you? How fat in the head are you? Your prosperity will not come at the expense of my freedoms and liberties. No. We have been held hostage for far too long. Sio kanisa, sio wana biashara, everything biashara. Biashara, you'd think that your clients are coming from another planet, from Mars. But it's us. And you're telling us we cannot protest because you're going to lose business. Are you making business now? How many businesses have shut down in Nairobi? Ni maandamano imefanya biashara zifunge. So please, save us your garbage. If you are fine-tuned to reason like government propagandists, then fine, good do you. But me, if I see you, I'm going to challenge you. We have to make things right. We have to make things work. Occupy Jesus Winner is a simple undertaking. We are just sending a message to the religious establishment that we have had an abusive relationship with you for far too long. We are now ready to disengage. In this regard, there is no other church people are attending on Sunday. Please, I need you to get this, the TikTokers who are watching and everything, I need you to, this is the place where you screen grab. These are the directions as regards and as pertains to Occupy Jesus Winner on Sunday. Number one, you should be there from as early as 7 a.m. Number two, this time there is no stories of Beba Sibu marching a flag. No, carry things to keep you safe. The policemen are there to kill you. You have to kill them fast. For every protest that is killed by a policeman, 10 policemen have to die. So listen, so that is what we are doing. That is the program of events. No other churches will be opened on Sunday. The only church that we are attending, is Jesus Winner. In Roysambu or all other Jesus Winner branches across the country, they have embarked on a very aggressive expansion. They are in every town, they are in every estate, they are in Joska, they are where? Why? Where is all this money coming from? Now we can see the nexus. We can see the convergence between states' proceeds of crime and their expansion. Because why are churches expanding and businesses shutting down? These Occupy Jesus Winner, just go, they cannot even put their branches on their website because it would be too embarrassing, but they are in every town, in every estate, because of government money. So this is a oiled laundromats. This is a laundromat crafted by the politicians. It was used by Uhuru Kenyatta, and now it is being used by William Ruto. And we are telling Pastor Edward Mwai, who the fuck do you think you are? You will not insult our intelligence. You are okay making your money hidden. But the moment you invite a war criminal to give him a platform in a church, you invite a war criminal, and you think we are going to take it lying down? Wewe Pastor Edward Mwai, wewe ili iwe fuzo. Sunday ni lazima tukue hapo. Sunday we will be there. Your platform, you're giving your pulpit to a war criminal, people who have killed our children. The fuck do you think you are, man? Pastor Edward Mwai, wewe ni kiburi ilikuwa imekuingia kwa kichwa. Utatu escort ulikuwa umejiona wewe umefika sana, eh? So there is no going to any other church. We are going to go there. Now, afterwards, first of all, as you're going, the people who are coming from Mathare, if you're coming from the side of CBD, there are many routes to use. You can use Thika Road. You could also use Kiambu Road. Once you go to Kiambu Road, once you get to another place there after DCI, let's not touch DCI now. The day we are going to DCI, I'm going to tell you. There's a way you can go and emerge out of Survey. There's a road that will take you to Survey. Just before you get to Survey, you are going to see Hotel Lamada. Once you go up a bit, you're going to see the NIS headquarters. You can pass by there and protest outside the NIS office, because Nurdin Haji is the one who has been staging the abductions. Nurdin Haji is the one who has a black site. He has blacks actually. One in Mwehoko, one in Garden Estate, and one in Peponi Road. Nurdin Haji, the head of the National Intelligence Service, you saw him campaigning for Raila. What does the National Intelligence Service head have to do to campaign for an aging orangutan and senile old bastard like Raila Odinga? What business does he have to do? So pass by there and protest outside the National Intelligence Service. You can do it before, you can do it after. Afterwards, you can go to NIS. There are many places to go. After you finish the mass at Jizwina and you're going for lunch, you can pass by NIS, you can pass by DCI, you can pass by State House. They'll lunch there that has been prepared. And this is the time that you be very conscious, very alert of the infiltrators. Now, there are these groups of people who are hired through Boniface Mwangi. They come there and then they start pretending that they are singing songs. Now that's a choreographed group. Once you see them, choreographed antagonists. But their work is to form a shield, to form a barrier so that you don't advance. That's why you had three opportunities to occupy parliament last June, and it didn't happen because there was a cordon of sponsored anarchists, but they are controlled. So they are there, they are singing the same songs. The Giuliani songs. Fuck you, Giuliani. Fuck you, Giuliani. Giuliani is a Boniface Mwangi groupie. He's a motherfucker. All these people have been in the activism space for the last 20 years. What have they delivered to us? Nothing other than personal gain to themselves. Fuck you, Giuliani. So you have these sponsored anarchists. Because it's a strategy. Think of it like this. When there's a wild bushfire, they don't immediately start by switching off the fire or pouring water on the fire in the bush. What they do is light another fire, which will control the bigger fire. Do you understand? Do you understand the mechanics? It's the same with protests. So you are here, you are the big fire, you are the wildfire in Lewa Conservancy, and then now they want to stop you from approaching Parliament or approaching State House. So they'll have antagonists who are there in the front, and they are singing choreographed and coordinated songs. I sang the other day I sang the song For You, coined by Boniface Mwangi. Boniface Mwangi is such an asshole, man. Boniface Mwangi, we are going to jail you with the corrupt politicians. Boniface Mwangi, we are going to hang you with the corrupt politicians. If you interfere with these protests, Boniface Mwangi, I am giving you a warning, Boniface Mwangi and Giuliani. So Boniface Mwangi and Giuliani, they bring those goons there to sing those songs. Have they done anything? At some point, we have to understand that this is pacification. Pacification is crafted to stall mass dissent, to stall mass action. This is how they have weaponized it. They have used our musicians, they have used the activists, they have used all the panelists that you see in the media. In the morning, you have seen JKL, you see all these idiots, Richard Onyonka. He has never, his antagonism with the ruling coalition, whatever panelists, has never yielded any positive benefit to the country. Shah is still there. Everything that has come out of or has been born from militancy, whether it is digital militancy or physical street militancy. So don't think that power is given. Don't think that these people are ready to leave office anytime soon. Understand? Sorry, I need to ensure. So don't think that these idiots are willing and ready to leave office anytime soon. We have to get them out of office forcefully. We have to. Occupy Jesus Winner is the first step to your liberation. You are going to buy your freedom. You are currently in bondage. You are currently in slavery. You are going to buy your freedom, and freedom has very many accessories, has very many attachments. The accessories are religion, they are the civil society, they are the musicians, the artists, they are the people who have kept you, the very media, the people who have kept you in a suspended state of, you're all the time you're just following, what has Bahati done? What has Ambare done? What has you become? If you go on X right now, there's supposedly intellectual X. They are being micromanaged by a guy who doesn't even have a degree. It's called Khalif Cairo there. He's a con man. Every day he cooks up a story. They are making it trend. Every day. So you have to wean yourself from these accessories of your oppression. These distractions. That's exactly what you are supposed to do. You understand? So on Sunday, occupying Jesus Winner is your first step to buy. Freedom is not cheap. Freedom is expensive. Ask me. I've had to stay underground in my own country. A bunch of fucking Somalis called Mohammed Amin and Nurdin Haji have made me a refugee in my own country. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. You're buying back your freedom. Freedom is not cheap. Freedom comes with a lot of sacrifice. That's why I've told you, hakuna kubeba simu moja ama flag. You are buying stuff that will help you achieve your objective. And the objective is, number one, to stay alive. Number two, to subdue the enemy, to subdue the oppressor. What do you need? You need a Molotov cocktail. Once you see them, once they start shooting, once they start lobbing tear gas canisters, you are returning it with your own version of the tear gas canisters. Once they start shooting, you start going round. You don't engage them directly. Some of you go round. Some of you go to another street. There are so many fire routes in that area of Zimmerman. And so we don't want you, or we don't want the Zimmerman residents to operate as if they are living in a vacuum. It's going to be a war zone. In Zimmerman, in Mirema, it's going to be a war zone. In Thika Road. If you have business to drive between Thika and Nairobi, can you stay at home on that day and join the protesters? So here is not child's play with Boniface Mwangi bullshit where you are singing, Sina makosa we afande. ati Ruto si wako nami si wangu, chukia nini haki yangu mimi na wewe, asema sina makosa we afande. Fuck you and your motherfucking wife, Boniface Mwangi. I swear, Boniface Mwangi, if you dare, because I know you, I know all your tricks. If you dare, Boniface Mwangi, will lie, be lie. If commercial activists, Julius Kamau, I see you taking your media there so that you can be arrested early in the morning. You know the trick these commercial activists do. They are there early in the morning so that they are arrested, and those videos, somebody is there strategically taking them, and then they put it on the Team Courage WhatsApp group, and then they share it so that they deter you, they start spreading fear so that you don't wake up to go to Jesus Winner. Boniface Mwangi, Julius Kamau, who is this other young girl called Wanchera? You do that shit once again. This is not your protest. This is a people's protest. I have spent a lot of time studying you motherfuckers, eh? You know me, I was never previously interested in the activism space. It would only take me enough time